we're doing it!
Yay!
It is very exciting. Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is our first official episode of Dad vs. Daughter Live! St. Jude fundraiser! We didn't prepare a theme song.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's evident.
But we'll get that going soon.
For the second episode, we'll have a theme song. We haven't done that yet, quite. So, great. We're very excited to be here. Our first episode is sponsored by... Drum roll, please!
What? I don't know.
You're driving, so you
yeah.
Okay. It's sponsored by Ann Dorman and First Night Alexandria. Thank you so much for your generous contribution.
Alcohol-free entertainment on New Year's Eve every year. Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Shout out to them. Very wonderful. Oh, I have a question for the people who are watching right now. I wasn't able to get the donate button up right now, but I really wanted to do that. Can someone comment and tell me how to do that? Because long story short, there was like a traffic accident, and so that's why we're running a little bit late. So let me know about that. And I also need to give a shout out to the people of East Taylor Run Parkway, our neighborhood.
Yes,
we also got a wonderful contribution.
Live television.
Plan. Okay.
Woo!
Thank you to the neighbors of ETR, specifically Sherry, Nadine, and Dana, and whoever else contributed. You guys are awesome. Okay, we're going to get started with the questions. So we're going to start with our pre-submitted questions. The first one we have is from Maria Jones. Thank you so much.
Yay.
You're wonderful. Her question was, if you had to bring 3 musicians to a potluck, what would they bring, and who would the musicians be? So do you wanna start it off?
Okay, so number 1 I would bring would be Frank Sinatra, chairman of the board. I just read a biography of him. His wife, Barbara, great Italian cook, so I figured he'd bring Italian food. And obviously he's led a hell of a life and had a lot of experience.
Guy.
Yeah, I could live vicariously through his stories, and I think he'd be a good dinner guest.
Okay, great. And wait, what is he bringing to eat?
Italian food.
Oh, you already said that? Okay. Okay, my first person is the songwriter / producer, Red One.
Red One! And Gaga!
Okay,
yeah.
So the reason that I chose him is because he's one of the clients for the company I'm working for, Brown Sugar Music. You can check us out online, brownsugarmusic.com. Yeah, SHUGA. There's no R. And so I'm thinking that it's a possibility that I could have a potluck with him someday, so I should prepare for this possibility.
You should be very prepared.
He is Moroccan. Hi, Priscilla. Thanks for tuning in. So I think he would be bringing some nice Moroccan food, possibly, like some chicken.
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Couscous.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my first pick.
Okay,
we are back. Sorry about that momentary.
Live
hey,
TV.
Pat, thanks for joining in. Hey, Nadine.
Hey, Nadine. Okay,
your second dinner guest?
My second dinner guest would be Bob Marley. You know that question, nobody asked this or asked us to debate it, but if they do, spoiler alert, if somebody asks, you could only have one CD on a deserted island, what would it be? It would be legend Bob Marley. Yeah. And I think we know what Bob Marley would bring, so...
Like some Jamaican food to go with the Moroccan food to eat?
Yeah, like he'd bring some jerk chicken. That's what Bob Marley would bring if I invited him over.
Okay, great. So my second...
Your second person.
In the car, but... I don't know what that means. Ben, what is your comment? My second person would be Ryan Tedder. This is probably not a surprise to anyone who knows me. He's one of my favorite songwriters in the whole world. So obviously I would want to know all his secrets about being the best songwriter.
Ben. Good comment. Also, if you tuned into season 1, Dad versus Daughter, there's a little unexpected Ryan Tedder appearance in Nashville.
Oh, yeah, true, in Nashville with Mel.
Yeah, with Mel B.
Okay, let's stay on topic, though.
Okay,
we only have about 10 minutes. So anyway, yes, my second person would be Ryan Tedder. I would be very excited to meet him.
What's he bringing food-wise?
I read somewhere that he really likes sushi, and I really like sushi, so let's go with that. Okay, your second person.
Could I get a rainbow roll?
I feel like he could. I feel like he has a lot of money, so. Okay, your third person.
Right. My third person would be Paul McCartney. Everybody says John Lennon, so I didn't want to say what everybody else would say, so I'm just going to pick a crazy pick, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, that's
best songwriter ever, even a teeny bit better than Ryan Tedder.
They're both very good, but yeah, I love Paul McCartney.
And, when we went to St. Andrews to pick up Leia, I wanted to get bangers and mash, and when we went to the restaurant, there was an incident. I got upset, and we wound up not getting our food. And it's a long story, but we didn't get bangers and mash, so I figured he'd bring bangers and mash.
Okay, yeah, that seems... I don't even really know what that is, but it sounds very British. Okay, my third person... Oh, I know. My third person would be Freddie Mercury, because you said, Maria, that it could be alive or dead. Queen is my favorite band, and I love Freddie Mercury so much, and I would just absolutely love to be able to sit down and have a conversation with him. It seems like he would like to outdo everyone and be very fancy, so I think he would bring some very fancy champagne for us to drink with the sushi, the Moroccan food, all of that. Okay, thank you very much for your question. Next question. We should have a theme song for
Red one. Gaga.
All right, maybe let's not.
Hey, could Red One bring Lady Gaga as like his plus one?
You can only. Well,
oh yeah,
maybe I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm sorry, Maria. I ruined your question.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, whose question next?
Okay, the next question is from Kyle Guffey. Thank you very much, Kyle. Okay. She said, "What is your guilty pleasure song and film?"
Okay.
Okay.
So
you want to go for a second?
This is going to be a shocker to you guys. All reality TV isn't real, so we did queue up our answers to this.
Yeah.
You are only legally allowed to play 15 seconds of a song. If you play more than that, then you have to pay a butt ton of money. So we queued this up before. What I queued up was Mr. Roboto by Styx. Styx should obviously be in the Hall of Fame. Patti Smythe is in the Hall of Fame, and she only had one song anybody's heard of, and Bruce Springsteen wrote it. So Styx has got a ton of great songs, but then they did a song with robots singing, Mr. Roboto, and so they're like, oh, well, you violated your classic rock roots. So Styx isn't in the Hall of Fame. But here's the crazy thing about Mr. Roboto. All those people secretly like it. Like, if there's nobody in the car and Keith Richards is in there and Mr. Roboto comes on, he's jamming out.
You think so?
So Mr. Roboto is my guilty pleasure song.
Okay. That's good, but I feel like that's a little bit too predictable because everyone knows that you would do a Styx song. So
I don't see why they would know that, but that's what I do.
Well, everyone who knows you personally.
Play the music because I'm great at singing the robot sound.
Well, here's the thing: is that I took the liberty of changing your song.
Well, that's cheating.
So, it's cheating a little bit, but we like to be unpredictable because it's live TV.
No, that's not what
yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and play a different song.
Styx song, different.
Yeah, but everybody already knows that you would choose a Styx song. So I went ahead and chose a second song for you. It's gonna be a jammer, okay?
Everybody's commenting. Play as many Styx songs as possible.
Oh, is that? Oh no, I don't.
Just play Mr. Roboto and let the audience enjoy.
All right, how about this song?
I don't know this song.
Yeah, you know the song. You got it.
I'm old man. I don't know this song.
No, now what because I know money knows is killing me.
And I must confess, I still believe when I'm with you, I lose my mind. I don't know. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh, was that it?
That was 14.9 seconds. So we don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, we got
yeah, just obviously I didn't know that song when she proposed it. That was all rehearsed. So my boys, I don't know that dumb song.
I don't know who boys you're Okay.
All My Tough Friends, where we talk about fighting and baseball.
Okay. Just so you know, in episode 1 of Dad versus Daughter, our episode where we played more than 15 seconds got banned in Germany.
Yeah.
And since I'm a music business major, I kind of don't want to be breaking all kinds of copyright rules.
Well, that was 14.9. I timed it.
Yeah. My dad's driving. You're right. Maybe we shouldn't die. That's
okay, so what? My guilty movie.
Movie. What's your movie? Yeah, tell us.
My guilty movie is Top Secret. I know it's supposed to be stupid, but it's really, really funny.
I thought you were telling me that your movie was a secret.
No, Top Secret is a movie.
I thought you're like, I'm not going to reveal it until we go live because it's a top secret.
No, it's Top Secret. There's a movie called Top Secret. The guys who did the movie Airplane did Top Secret.
Okay.
And it's incredibly funny if you haven't seen it. It's Val Kilmer before he was famous. And there's a lot of, you have to see it like 10 times. There's a lot of hidden things in it that are really, really funny in the background. Like the guy in the train scene, the guy in the background, and when they're in Germany, and the police dogs attack them, and they wind up like jumping on them, and presumably bad things happen. If you look in the background, like they rip open the bag he has, and it had dog biscuits in it. They thought it was contraband.
I gotta be honest, I kind of zoned out.
Top Secret, just watch Top Secret.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your deal?
So my song that I've decided to play is. Let me just preface this by I'm not a huge One Direction fan, mostly because for one of my assignments freshman year, we had to dictate all of like the vocal melody for the whole song, and I wasn't that good at it as a freshman, so I had to listen to I'll take you home.
One Direction, we're done.
Okay,
what's your favorite movie?
But one song of theirs I do like is Drag Me Down. You know this one, right? Let's give it a go.
They think this is a setup and I'm going to be jamming out to this.
All my life, you stood by me when no one else was there.
Come on, come on. You know the song.
These lights, they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me. All my life, you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these lights, they can't blind me.
This is not Sticks.
With your love, nobody can drag me down. Come on,
Nobody likes this song because it sucks. That 50 seconds. Thank God for that 15 seconds. Hurry up! That's cost us $400,000 right there.
Oh, and everything gonna be banned.
St. Jude's gonna make no money
right now. Yeah, I know.
Okay, your guilty pleasure movie.
Okay.
Did we even decide?
Oh, you know what movie I like and why this is a guilty pleasure? It was like Zac Efron's first movie after High School Musical, or like very soon after that.
Titanic.
No, that was. What?
Dirty Grandpa is so good.
I haven't seen that one. My movie
Zac
is
Efron.
17 again. I know there's been like 5,000 different versions of that movie, but it's just that's a classic. Yeah. Okay. So the last question we have. Oh, this is if you guys haven't seen the
Game of Thrones,
last night's Game of Thrones episode yet,
possible spoiler.
There's no definite spoilers.
Yeah.
So you may want to tune out.
I'm not going to do any spoilers.
Well, we're going to talk about what
we're going to talk about the episode. Okay.
So how is that?
So this is the question. The question is, because I had a couple people say, both last week and the week that was yesterday, that that this is the best Game of Thrones episode ever, or the best any episode, any show ever. So the question is, what's the question? Where Game of Thrones ranks in where the last night's episode ranks in the all-time pantheon of Game of Thrones episodes. So between last night's episode and packing the car and today, I rewatched every episode of every season because I like to be prepared.
No, you didn't.
Yep. And
we're just kind of going to wing it, I think is what he's saying.
Yes. Okay. So I think it's the fourth best Game of Thrones episode ever and the seventh best episode of any TV show ever. I think the best episode of any TV show ever was last week's Game of Thrones,
Yeah, people who aren't watching Game of Thrones, like I usually
First
don't
of all,
watch nerdy TV
you're watching
shows.
Dad versus Daughter, St. Jude fundraiser, and you've never watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah, this seems like
so
a poor
immediately
life decision.
check yourself into an insane asylum, I think is what you need
that's
to
a
do.
little bit rude.
You don't have
but-
time. Donate $100 to St. Jude's and then
Donate to St. Jude.
go to the hospital because it just doesn't make any sense. So
Okay,
last
we're
week's
running low on
was
time,
the best.
so just give us like the 2 episodes.
And then last season's episode, the second to last one, the Battle of the Bulge, I think it was. Battle of the something. Battle of the Bulge. Nope, that was a different war. Where Littlefinger comes and saves the day. That was better. Battle of the Bastards.
What is?
And then the episode where that slave master figures out in a terrible way that Khaleesi does speak Valyrian.
Oh, that was so badass.
Particularly, she knows how to say Dracarys. I would rank those ahead.
So good.
And then the first episode of season 1 of Hill Street Blues, and then that's episode in the second to last season of Breaking Bad that ended with the Mexican standoff where they're in the desert and they all have their guns pointing at each other. Those episodes would rank ahead of last week's. I don't want to say anything bad about last night's episode. It was incredible. I just think it's the 4th best Game of Thrones. It's 7th best any episode.
Okay, yeah, I haven't really put that much thought into it because I was busy packing up my whole life. If you can see the car, though, it looks. We have some great view. Yeah, we did a great job.
Not cool, dude.
Dad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, during that episode last night, I audibly gasped probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, she gasped when Bran said chaos is a ladder.
Chaos is a ladder!
Why is that a big deal? Ladders are ladders.
Okay, you have not been watching Game of Thrones if you don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my god, that was
Hey, let me know whether you know what chaos is a ladder means. Comment on that, because I bet nobody knows. Other than Bran said it last night.
Well, it was an amazing moment. Also, the moment when Arya's training with Brienne, and she's
that
like...
was good. Yeah.
That was amazing. Again, so many spoilers, so tune out if you haven't seen it yet. The moment where they reunite, and she's like, "Do I have to call you Lady Stark now?" And she's like, "Yes." And then they hug because they actually love each other. Unlike Bran,
a lot of great moments.
So many great moments. Okay, so I guess I don't have a definitive number, but it was definitely one of my favorite Game of Thrones.
Well, let me say this: what do you think was a better episode than the previous weeks? I thought the previous weeks was art. It was so great. The first meeting of Daenerys and Jon Snow.
I guess last week's was a little bit better, but I don't. Actually, no. I say no. The dragon. They used a dragon for the first time. That was incredible. No, I say it's better. I'm gonna disagree on this one.
Okay, so you guys tune in. We're gonna have a different sponsor tomorrow. A lot of businesses have been very generous.
Yes, I want to remind everybody who just tuned in that today is sponsored by First Night Alexandria. Thank you guys so much for your donation. And for those of you who don't know what First Night Alexandria is, which you should, it's a New Year's Eve celebration that happens every New Year's Eve in Alexandria. You should buy your tickets and come because it's amazing. And also, I might be playing again this year.
Special concert.
It's a surprise.
You won't believe what she's got.
Well, don't tell them yet because it's a surprise. Okay, so thank you.
Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel.
Is that a question?
That's what's up for lunch. I love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Should we go to Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, should we go to Cracker Barrel? I say yes.
Okay. Anyway, if you guys have questions that we should discuss, I was going to say next week, but it's actually tomorrow. You can comment them on this video. You can comment them on the event page. Or if you want one of the anonymous questions, then you can message me if you don't want us to say your name. Thank you again so much, Maria and Kyle, for the questions. And donate to St. Jude. And we will see you tomorrow.
Best charity in the country.
We also need a closing theme
also
song.
Frost School of Music representing.
That's not, they didn't donate to us yet, so we're not promoting them. Thank you, ETR. Thank you, First Night.
Adios.
Adios. We need a better sign off than adios.
I'm going to write a theme song.
Okay.
For tomorrow.
We'll have a theme song for you tomorrow.
And it's going to be great.
Okay. Mimi says Cracker Barrel. It's the bomb.com, so I guess we have to go there.
Bomb.com is the highest. That's like that's like Michelin Guide 8 stars.
All right,
Bon Voyage.